12 books in 12 months, man. It's got to be a process. It's got to be frustrations. It's got to be highlights. It's got to be like moments where you like, should I say 11 out of the 12? You know what I mean? Like, tell me how I feel to even like make a goal like 12 books in 12 months.
I just figured if I wrote a book, it's just me writing another book. I wrote books already. You know what I mean? I published books already. It's already happened. I've done, you know, before I did this 12 books in 12 months, I had other books I published. I was already 5, 6 times published. You know what I mean? But people knew I was writing books. So what I'm gonna do? Write another book?
But 12 though? Like why 12?
I got poems on poems on poems on poems. I know I got enough material if I can get other people to rock with me.
Yeah.
And I get them to understand what an anthology is, it'll work. You know what I'm saying?
What made you gravitate towards the pen?
Okay, so the plot was anthology. It was all about an anthology. An anthology is a collection of short stories and or poems by different writers. If I got 3 dope poems and you got 3 dope short stories and he got 1 short story and 2 poems, that's an anthology. I just thought it would work, man. It changed lanes once I got going to different things, but it worked. It worked though.
That's a fact. All right, so like, what was the reception like from the first month to the 12th month to where we at now?
I started off with I would just get I would get the submissions from everybody. The first like 4 books, 4 or 5. We go on Pen Guys 1. Talk about that some later. All these was kind of a different formula. Then I realized if I go to Lulu, I can still, which is an online publishing company. That's where all my books are available on Lulu.com, Lulu. If I go on Lulu, I can publish them as anthologies. I can get people published that way and still have good books. But I just wanted to do 12 books because I figured 12 months, that's enough consistency to make it happen.
Facts. Who you feel like you talking to, like when you sit down and you coming up with these stories and these poems, like who you feel like your audience, who listening the most, who get the benefit, you feel like?
I'm talking to my peers, people who I grew up with mostly, the hood, the black folks, you know what I mean? People that go through the struggle, people that be late on their bills and be having to make it go without a haircut, and you know what I mean? That's who I think I'm talking to, regular people, you know what I'm saying?
Word. Explain like the difference between the books.
All right, bet. So, all right, out of these 12 books, there's Black Men Write and Black Men Write Too. That's just exactly what it says. It's just black men doing anthologies, those 2 books.
Gotcha.
Then there's 2 Goddess Talk. That's 2 books with, and Goddess Talk and Goddess Talk 2. These 2 books are just black women just doing their anthologies, right? And then the big deal, the feature is Pen Guides, right? So there's Pen Guides all the way up to the very last one, which ended with Pen Guide 7. And then I did a children's book, Whistling Willie, for the little kids. And I did a book all by myself with poems, all by myself with nobody else in it. That was the collection. So all those added up to 12 books in 12 months. When I was trying to figure out how to end it, I figured with the different, instead of ending it with Black Men Write 3 or Goddess Talk 2 or another kid's book, I wanted to end it with Pen Guides because that's the one that I have more of them. We're on number 7. Number 7 is a number of completion. This is the completion of 12 books in 12 months. This is, you know what I mean? This is a culmination of a plan. This is what I wanted to do. So I made sure that I didn't end it on the kid's book or my own book or whatever. I ended it with Pen Guide 7. Those are the different chambers. You know what I mean? 12 books in 12 months.
Got you. All right, so let's go back to the Whistling Willie.
All my books, all in this 12 books in 12 months, they all had cover art by Rashid Atlas. That's my bro. We do great business together, and that's what we did. We did the whole 12 books in 12 months together. And in the midst of this, he's a very, very, very talented artist. So it's like if we're doing business together and we homies anyways, let's do something where it benefits both of us. So we did a children's book, which is, I mean, it's beautiful art in there. You know what I mean? Writing a children's book wasn't that hard for me. I could write, you know what I mean? It wasn't that hard. But the art is what was dope for it. And I wanted to make sure if I'm going to do 12 books in 12 months, I got something for the black women, I got something for the black men and all those adults. I got to add something for the kids too. So that was the whole approach. Like before it's done, let me do a children's book. That was Whistling Willie. On the low, Whistling Willie is my favorite out of the 12 books in 12 months. Obviously, it's for a different reason because it's for the kids, you know what I mean? And I love the youth in the community. That's my, you know how it is. I'm so happy that the kids got something out of this whole 12 books in 12 months push, you know?
talk about like how I feel to be the resource to so many first time published authors, or just even creating a lane, right, of literature.
From day one, like if I do 12 books in 12 months, that'll push Black literacy. But you can't make nobody read unless you let them write as well. That promotes Black literacy. You know what I mean? It was important that it was an anthology. You can't, if you include people, you understand what I'm saying? Then it brings the value of it up, and now it's more value on Black literacy without even, you just think you submitting a piece to be in the book. You just think you getting your piece published, but really you pushing Black literacy. I published my first book 2010, so I'm well established as my own brand, so it's cool that my brand could, you understand, I could put other people on now, you know what I'm saying? Not put them on, but I can get them read, I can get them published, I can get their words in a book, right?
The fact. All right, so what is it because like your greatest experience?
All right, so Whistling Willie, right? Whistling Willie is for little kids. Willie lost his tooth on his first day of school, and he was kind of getting bullied, and that was the texture of the book. And some of the parents that have bought the book have sent me inboxes of their kid reading the book, or or them reading the book to the kid, and they enjoying the book. I get that. Y'all don't get that, because that's, for me, that's the best part of all of this.
Enough is never enough. So,
right.
So the biggest question is always, what's next?
What's next, right? Friday, December 17th from 7 to 11 in Fitchburg at, what's the address?
2841 Index Lane.
2841 Index Lane. 2841 Index Lane. Armour presents Pen Guy 7, Paint and Poetry. Poetry, paint and sip. Paint and sip and poetry.
Yeah.
That's what it say. It's a lot of presents.
Yeah.
But come through. We're going to have a nice time. I'm going to get the tickets together. I'm going to get the flyers together. You'll hear about it and see about it real soon. Easy win.